Good morning. I am heading over to Elkmont Campground today to spend the night in the Great Smoky Mountains. Now, I do live near the Smokies, but something I learned since living here is that the parking lots at their trailheads fill up fast. So I've actually swapped out the weekend for a couple weekdays, and today I'm going to hike Spruce Flats Falls. I'm also going to go to the Sugarlands Visitor Center to become a junior ranger. And then tomorrow, if the weather cooperates, I'm going to hike to Grotto Falls. So 2 waterfalls, 1 night, Elkmont Campground. Let's go. It's about a 2-hour drive from my house to the Sugarlands Visitor Center. So we're gonna get that drive over with, and then everything is pretty close from there. So we'll drive past the campground to go to Spruce Flats Falls. It is about a 1.7 mile hike, and then we'll go back to the campground. Because of the rain, I actually have a setup to sleep in the car tonight. We are prepared. I've got my hiking umbrella here. I also have my rain jacket in the back, so we're ready for whatever comes our way. However, fingers crossed that all of our planning has made it so that we actually won't be on trail while it's raining. But let's get this adventure started. Holy mackerel, what a morning. I got stuck on I-40 for an hour. We were in standstill traffic for a really long time and then in very slow moving traffic. It was after the major closure to one lane, so I'm not 100% sure what was going on, but we're here. We're finally at the Sugarlands Visitor Center, so we're gonna go inside and do our junior ranger program before hitting the trail. Well, that was most definitely a reminder that this is, I believe, the busiest, most popular national park. It is April, and this place is hopping. I bet someone's going to be after my parking spot in like 2 seconds. So, Visitor Center was great. One thing that is different about here than any other park I've been to before is that you do have to buy the Junior Ranger program. So, if you didn't know this, they don't have like an entrance fee to the Smokies. You have to do parking. You have to pay for parking. So, I actually have a yearly parking pass. There are kiosks at a lot of the areas, so you can buy a day pass or a week pass. But the one you can get online for the year it's worth it if you live in the area. If not, if you're going to be here for then more than 1 or 2 days, I would consider doing the weekly. But the yearly, you have to wait for it to come in the mail. So just give yourself some time with that. But this was $4.50. And it can be used by the entire family. So right in the beginning, it has like the names, and it tells you to give everyone a trail name. So this is a bit different. But so 1 book for the entire family. And then the book is so much bigger and so much more involved. I was going to do it while I was here, but I'm realizing that I have to take it with me because these activities are a little trickier. So you have to do 5 in each column, activities and experiences. So we found the 10 patterns in nature. We stashed the trash in a bear-resistant trash can, which are all over the place. And then watch wildlife from a safe distance. We actually saw a white-tailed deer on the way in. And then so far I've done consider and play and activities. So yeah, this was more involved, even for an adult. In the visitor center, we also got the Great Smoky Mountains National Park ornament. So I think it's really cute. I like it. I've seen elk here before at a Conalufti, so I liked that there was an elk on it. Okay, so the trail that we're going to do today is Spruce Flats Falls. I downloaded this trail, so highly recommend when you're doing a trail and you're going to be out of service, or you don't know if you're going to be out of service, then download it. Okay, so it's 1.7 miles, 429 elevation. Parking pass is needed. It says it is a short route, features some steep rocky sections that may require some climbing. So let's go check it out. It says near the end, the rock slabs and boulders line the creek and a multi-tiered cascade pours into the small pool. You download it. It also has that ability to click get directions. I also downloaded the map in my Apple Maps, so I don't have to worry about any of that. It's popping up right now. Drinking this day job. lunch before heading out because I'm hungry. Avocado. I have some roasted sunflower seeds and some everything but the bagel seasoning, and a pack of chicken. So I have some plantain chips, some salt, pepper. He's ready to be eaten. Recipe that I got this idea from, put the chicken salad like in this little cute spot, and that one looked really cute, but like I got the time for that. Dog poop bags that make really great mini trash bags. Wow. Oh yeah. See that? Woo-hoo. Roasted sunflower seeds. Plantain chips are such a great gluten-free alternative, but also grain-free alternative. Like, they're just all around awesome. Yep. I'm not mad about this. I'm gonna chill and eat this. Cheers. Trunk lunch has been eaten and we're heading out on the trail to go check out this waterfall. Let's do it. Always so funny how fast you feel like the elevation gets when it's like right away because you haven't had like your warm-up lap. That's where I'm at. Got started pretty quickly, but there's not a lot of it, so we'll be fine. Absolutely beautiful waterfall. Took off my shoes, got my feet wet for a while, and now on my way back. Just got back to the car, getting used to wearing a hat. But I ended up doing, according to All Trails, which if you know, you know, 600 feet of elevation instead of 429, and 2.6 miles instead of 1.7. But I did do a lot of like meandering and gallivanting at the top, so that might have been where that was. But yeah, now I'm gonna go check in to Elkmont. Just got to the campsite. Check out the river literally right here. It is so gorgeous. We have a fire ring, a picnic table. The car is here. I'm gonna set that up in a second. I think I'm actually gonna set my hammock up like literally between these two trees and just chill. I'm gonna put out a chair. I'm gonna work on my junior ranger book. It's just amazing. This is my first ever time actually camping in the back of my car. My bestie boo Jess has done it multiple times because she lives in Massachusetts and hikes in New Hampshire, and so in order to get to those trailheads at a decent hour, she does this the night before. I wanted to do this because one, it's just me, and two, I want to head out really early in the morning to get to a trailhead. Before it gets too dark, I've decided to take my spindrift and myself for a walk around the campground to see what I can see. There are some walk-in sites here, so if no one's staying there, I'm gonna check them out. There are quite a few people at this campground right now though. But there's a lot of water here. So there's little streams, there's the river that I'm right in front of. Makes it so nice. So I believe these ones are supposed to be near water too. So let's go see if we can find them. So what they are, it's a little confusing to me. It's literally just like you park your car like right over there and then you just go up to it. So it's just your car isn't right there with you. That's all. That's not what I had in mind. One of my most favorite reasons to do this, to walk around a campsite like this, is to also see not only the other campsites, but people's setups, the tents that they're using, the different like gear that they have, whatever you can see. Also like just the amount of different tents that there are. I just passed a Buc-ee's tent a few minutes ago. like Buc-ee's sells a tent, y'all. It's hilarious to me. So the woman that checked me in told me that these sites over here, it's B2, 3, and 4 are walk-in ones. That would be really cool with a group, and those walk-in ones are really cool. They're like on a little peninsula closer to the water, but if you had a group of 3 people, it would feel super private over there. Or I mean like a group of that could rent 3 campsites. So that one is really cool and something that I will consider while coming back with friends. Can you see this thing behind me? It is a rooftop tent that then has like a lower lobby. It's called Nature Nest. Jeff, you should check that one out. People are amazing. Do you see this? Okay, so the campsite that I just found is what I believe is the most popular one at this campground. I can't believe there's no one here. Maybe they just haven't checked in yet. But it is by the road. So the woman up front was like, you might not like that. I didn't hear that vehicle whatsoever. And I'm assuming at night you can't either. But look at it. There's so much access to the water right down there. There's a nice little beachy area. It's gorgeous. 100% am planning to look at this particular site right here, this one, with Jeff in Target in the future. So yeah, this one was epic, A+, love it. It's most definitely time to go back to camp and make myself some dinner. This is definitely a campsite where I have to use the microphone the whole time because the water is so loud, but that sounds so nice, and I think I'm gonna sleep like a baby because of that. Okay, so we're gonna make some dinner. Everything that I have planned for this little trip is inspired by Chef Corzo of Outdoor Eats. So none of it is exactly what he does because I modified everything, but they are recipes from his site that I modified. So if you are curious where I came up with my ideas for this particular trip, that's where they came from, except for my breakfast tomorrow. That is one that I just do, and it's my buckwheat groats. I talked more about that in a video at Congaree, but we've just got our little stove here, and we're actually going to cook up some minute rice, and we have a little bit of oil because we're also going to add some pre-cut red peppers because I wanted some yumminess. We have some chicken again to put with that, so it's gonna be like a little chicken fried rice situation. I have some soy sauce packets. I have some hot sauce. I also have some chili oil, so depending on what I'm feeling there. What else? I think that's what we're putting in here. I've got a little artichoke appetizer. Also have a Justin's chocolate hazelnut butter for my dessert. So let's get cooking. So I know I need a cup of water in here. So let's do that first. The rice is cooked. It literally took like no time at all. Well, it did boil over at one point, but that was fun. I'm definitely not going to eat all that rice. I had a feeling of that, but I was like, no, I'll just cook it all. I'm just going to put half of it back in here, so that's fine. All right, so now I'm going to put a little bit of this oil in this pan, and I'm going to add peppers right into that too before I relight the stove. So just a red pepper cut up. It's not all of it. Target and I had some snack of it. Ooh. So we'll just saute that up. Oh yeah. Can you hear that? Oh, that sounds so good already. This is a piece of a ginger candy that I'm gonna put in there. And then the other half of the soy sauce right into the peppers. Just warming up the chicken, melting that ginger chew, getting that soy sauce everywhere. We're also gonna top it with some gluten-free fried onions. I think we might do a little packet of pepper. I save these little tiny things when we find them out and about. Look at that. Wow. It's from New Stock Pantry in Asheville. The chili crisp is from Asheville as well, or the chili oil. Some Spice Witch, love her. All right, let's add these for the crunch on top. Okay. Look at that amazing dinner. I'm so excited. Yay. Cheers. Let's eat it now. I am all settled in the car for the night. The doors are locked, the windows are cracked, the fan is on. I can still hear the river moving, and I also hear peepers, which, if you don't know, it's my favorite sound in the entire world. And if you don't know the sound of peepers, go and look it up because it's the best sound ever. So I'm going to keep reading my book. I have my alarm set for 5:45 so that I can do a slow wake up, make a matcha, and then head over to the Grotto Falls trailhead. I am probably going to make my breakfast there so that I can guarantee that I get a parking spot over there, and then make my breakfast and hit the trail so that I can also beat the rain that's expected tomorrow. But I did just put in, that should be it. I just put in a forecast request on my Garmin to double check if the rain is still looking the same for tomorrow as it was. I'm going to look at that, read my book, and then go to bed. So I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. I am in the back of my raft floor at the trailhead. It is 7 a.m. I just made a matcha latte. I'm making my breakfast. I can smell the llamas that go up to Mount LeConte's Lodge that hike from this trail. They're right over there. I'm so excited. I'm going to make this breakfast and then hit the trail. So breakfast is some buckwheat groats with some spice wedge chili oil, and then we have over here some nutritional yeast and some buckwheat seeds, and then some bacon bits. So it's a nice, savory, delicious breakfast. So let's get eating so we can hit the trail. Sad news, the llamas are definitely ahead of us because the trailer is here, but there's no llamas in it. So the llamas beat us here. I'm guessing they started out early because of the thunderstorms that we're expecting this afternoon. So that's my thought. Okay, the car is locked. Breakfast has been eaten. I drank about half of my matcha and I was thinking about carrying it, and then I was like, I'm too excited. Let's go. This has been such a beautiful hike. There's been drizzles of rain, but nothing big, but we're not off the trail yet. So we're gonna knock on this lovely tree over here to knock on wood. No big rain yet, but we're ready for it. We got the umbrella, we got the rain cover on the bag and the rain jacket in the bag. But I have met only women. It has been amazing. I met 3 incredible women. I believe the first woman's name is Rachel. I think so. Oh gosh. Sorry, if you're watching this and that's not your name, tell me in the comments. And then I met Roz and Lynn, who I have been leapfrogging with. And they have now gone the other way though, because they're going all the way out to the top of Mount LeConte to stay in the lodge, which bucket list will be doing that. So this has been beautiful. It's taken me a little longer simply because I stopped to talk a few times. And those are the only folks I've seen on the entire trail. So we took off at about 7:15 and met Rachel as she was going down, and we're leapfrogging with the other 2 women. It was incredible. Now we're on our way down and heading back to the car to go to the visitor center. From there, we're going to get our junior ranger program and then head back to Asheville. We did it! There's the trailhead. We did not get caught in any rain, and we are back at the parking lot. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all, it looks full. We got here at like 6:45, and I got a spot, no problem. but now it looks like there aren't any. We got some frizzy hairs going on, but we also got some pretty new earrings. How gorgeous are these? These are from Makwa Trading. So when you're at the very end of the one-way road that takes you to Grotto Falls trailhead, there is, I think it's called Eli's. It's a little outpost, and there are some vendors there. There was a glass artist, and then there was Lori, who made beautiful beaded work. So grabbed these. It was cash app or cash only, so just know that, but there was service there, so I was able to do that. Let's go get that Junior Ranger badge. I'm officially a Junior Park Ranger at the Smoky Mountains National Park, and I just got the best compliment I think I could possibly get. They asked me if I was a ranger. Could be the outfit, you know, could be this outfit, but also she told me I had a vibe, so I'm here for it. That was the best compliment. That's a wrap on our trip to the Smokies. I keep saying we. This was a solo trip, and I am just saying we because you're on the journey with me. So if you are interested in more of this, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. I've got some really cool adventures coming up in May, June, July, and August, and we're starting to plan September. So definitely check it out. Always let me know if you have any questions, any suggestions, any comments, anything. Leave those in those comments for me. I'm so excited to hang this up when I get home and to look at all the photos and videos of the 2 beautiful waterfalls and the amazing campground that I just spent the last 2 days at. Until next time, I'll see you outside.